And today we have Scott Sire as the HMC and Jonathan Carter as the Realtor. Action.
Hi, John. How are you today?
Good, Scott. How you doing today?
I'm well, thank you. I appreciate taking the time to sit down and meet with me today. As I mentioned to you on the phone, I wanted to sit with you and maybe discover how we could possibly align our businesses, and maybe also demonstrate how I can help you sell more homes, create more listings, and and ultimately make more money this year. How does that sound to you?
Always looking forward to making more money, so I appreciate you taking the time out as well. So I'm all ears.
Great. Thank you. What I'd like to do is I'd like to maybe sit down and ask you some questions in regards to how we can build our relationship. Is that okay with you? And do you mind if I take some notes while we go do about that?
No problem.
Great, thanks. John, after doing some research, I noticed that you closed 26 listings this year, and you were also nominated for a Gold Award through the Westchester Board of Realtors. It's quite an accomplishment. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. I appreciate you taking the time out to find some stuff out about me. How'd you go about that, by the way?
We make it a point to know who our business partners are and what they're doing, and and find out who those top people are. So that's
Interesting.
one of the things that Wells Fargo really looks at.
Okay.
Okay.
You've done that for me before, so that's great, man.
No problem. Given your expertise in this market, do you plan how do you plan on your business, going this year? Do you plan to go increasing or decreasing this coming up year?
Well, as you mentioned, I did pretty well for myself last year, but I'm always looking at ways to increase production, satisfy more customers. So, I had a target about increasing my business about 15–20%, with some things that I've written down, some things I want to look into. Sure.
Okay. What do you think are the key steps you're going to need to accomplish that increase?
Well, I want to make a concerted effort into meeting with more people, more FaceTime, just really getting more active in the community. I am active right now, but certainly want to make a concerted effort in doing home buying seminars and just continuing to educate folks on different ways to purchase and what the value of real estate could mean for them in the future, for them and their families.
Sounds good. How do you feel, how important are your business partners that you work with, your attorneys, your home inspectors, your mortgage reps in relation to building your business?
Well, I think it's a direct correlation as to the business or the success that I've had with the business partners that I maintain. I'm very big on relationships, and I do have some people that I count on, that I rely on to help support my efforts and ultimately satisfy customers. So relationships are important. I do have a pretty stellar team in place already. So, but obviously, if I didn't have everything that I believe I need, you wouldn't be here today. So I'm interested as to what Wells Fargo can do for me and my business and customers at the end of the day.
Gotcha. And who do you currently refer your mortgages to?
Well, we are encouraged to use our in-house mortgage rep. He's pretty good, I have to say.
Yeah.
He's pretty on top of things. Makes himself accessible in the office. Goes the extra mile when I ask him to. I have a team of attorneys that I refer customers to when they don't have representation. But the mortgage rep internal is pretty good for us. It's working well for him.
Does you mentioned you have an inside mortgage rep. Does he help you get in front of more customers, and does he ultimately increasing your business for you?
Not really, which is again why I have you here. But to tell you the truth, he does everything that I ask him to do. I think everything that a loan officer or mortgage consultant is supposed to do, he does. But I can say he probably doesn't go over and beyond. At the end of the day, I ask him to do a certain specific job function. He does it. I'm happy, no complaints.
So you basically you have to go to him and ask him, ask him to fulfill your needs. He's not taking that extra step to go out to you, right?
No, not really.
Okay. Does he communicate the different loan stages that you work with? The application, how the loan is going with you?
There are communication lines established.
Mhm.
I find myself more, just because of, you know, my access to him in the office, it's kind of easy for me to get updates, but
So you have to chase him down a little bit to get that information.
I find myself asking more questions than being provided answers.
Gotcha,
If
gotcha.
that's what you're saying.
Okay. So let me summarize a little bit on, you know, what I got out of our conversation here. Basically, you're looking to increase your business by, you know, about 15 to 20% this year, and be able to get into, you know, get in front of more customers and really get a little bit more face time with those type of clients. And also, you know, what I'm getting here is, you know, your current mortgage rep isn't quite giving you the personalized attention that you might need to increase your business too, and he's not communicating those loan stages that, you know, are important to you to know when your loans are going to close and when your deals are going to close. Is that correct?
Pretty much, but you know, I also want to add into there. I don't know if I mentioned this to you. I don't believe so, but you know, I did personally have a bad experience with Wells Fargo. I want to say like 2 years ago. I know the market's a lot different, and you know, I've heard through the grapevine that you guys have, you know, kind of changed some things in your commitment. You know, on being you know, the top lender. So again, that's why I have you here. I'm not going to hold you responsible for, you know, maybe my past experiences, but I am interested in maybe some of the changes that you've made,
Okay.
you know, to kind of, you know, eliminate my fears going forward to recommend
Gotcha.
you and Wells Fargo.
Okay.
But that is a concern of mine.
Okay, so, I mean, that's definitely, you know, something that's important. You know, you want to know that who you're working with is the type of person that's going to get the deal done for you. You know, going to be up front, going to tell you basically black and white, you know, what's going on here. You know, I don't want to go into details of what happened in the past, because the past is the past, and, you know, different loan officers and different reps have different ways of doing business. You know, what I can tell you is how I do business, and, you know, what has brought me success in the past.
Okay.
Wells Fargo, you know, we are the #1 lender out there, and we do make it a point to keep our business partners in touch with what we're doing.
How long
So,
have you been with Wells Fargo?
I've been with Wells Fargo for, well, originally Wachovia, but Wells Fargo altogether for 5 years now.
Okay.
And 15 years in the business.
Interesting.
Yeah. So, you know, as I was mentioned to you, you know, one of the most important, again, is communication. What I do personally is I make it a point to reach out to you on each step of the way. So if the appraisal's been done, I'll get back to you, I'll let you know. If the commitment's been issued, I'll let you know. If I'm having some difficulties, or if I'm waiting for some paperwork from the customer, you know, I'll give you those updates. So you're gonna be hearing from me, you know, quite often, you know. I think
Okay.
that's gonna be important. So you know, usually once, maybe twice, 3 times, whatever it's gonna take to let you know what's going on with the deal. So you
What
will
type
be,
of communication is that?
You
Phone
know-
call, email?
whichever one you prefer. You know, I
Okay.
I do it both ways. I always like to do both in some cases.
Okay.
You know, write
I'm
an
a
email
big
just
phone
to,
guy. You know.
Absolutely.
I'd rather a personal phone call rather than
done.
email.
I'll
Okay.
put your name in mind, you know, keep you on speed dial there on
There
the
you
phone
go.
there, okay?
Good.
You know, as far as as far as the personalized attention goes too, I am available to you for you, you know, 7 days a week, pretty much any time. You know, so a lot of times I know you're taking clients out to go see houses. You might not know, you know, if they qualify. You might not know if they you know, are worth your time to take out. You know, so I'm available to do a pre-approval or speak to your client at any time, and I usually have a pre-approval for you, you know, or ready buyer, what we call it, that same day. You know, it's a
You're
commitment
even
that I'll make to
available
you.
on weekends?
I'm available weekends,
So I
nights,
see,
whatever
you're
you night.
married, I'm sure you have a family and things of that nature. I mean, are you truly committed to, if I need to call you on a Sunday, 10 o'clock to show a client's some
Absolutely.
properties at 1 o'clock, you can turn around a pre-approval within that time frame?
Absolutely, I work remotely, so it's not a problem. It's just a matter of turning on my laptop.
Okay.
Okay, so it's really that easy. Okay.
Interesting.
You know, one thing you had mentioned also, that you said that you wanted to get in front of more clients, and you know, as you probably heard, Wells Fargo and Wachovia recently merged. You know, I extend my services to the local branch, and you know, and what I was planning to do next month is hold a first-time homebuyer seminar. You know, I've had some success with this in the past, and I'd like to offer you the opportunity to join us with that. And you know, that might give you that extra face time to get in front of those clients and some of our clients, and you know, offer your services to them. How's that sound to you?
That'd be great. I mean, that's right up my alley. How often do you do those?
You know, I do them generally. Well, this is coming up. Spring market is always a great time to do it. You know, and I do them anytime I need to. So usually a couple times a year, I'll do it for my branches.
And that'd be at your physical
Either at my
branch?
local branch or in my office.
Where's your local branch?
I have a local branch in Ardsley and one in Yonkers. So I'll send you out an invitation this week for that. Does that sound
Yeah,
good?
great. Absolutely. Sign me up.
Great. So again, I appreciate it. It looks like, we can start developing some kind of relationship here. What I'd like to do before I leave is maybe to see if you have a client today that I can speak to and possibly get working for a deal for you on this.
Yeah, actually, I do. You mentioned Ardsley. I have some customers who are, looking in that area. So, I certainly think that I can direct you, or get you in contact with them. In fact, if you are available on this Saturday, I can actually have them come into your branch and get pre-approved.
Sounds perfect to me. We can reach out to them today and schedule that
Will you
up.
be in the branch this weekend?
Absolutely.
All right, great. Awesome.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
Good job.